All right, what's going on, everybody? It's Charlie with Hamilton Landworks. So I came out here a few minutes ago and I filmed a little video showing our new 2023 lawn care maintenance setup. Unfortunately, during the editing process, I realized that the head strap thing that I was using to mount the GoPro, I had the camera angled up like this, and so that's a downside to using a GoPro. You just don't know these things until fortunately until you're done and you've already filmed it. So we're gonna try again, and this time I've got the GoPro on a like a tripod gimbal type thing. So we're gonna try this, see how it works. So as we roll back, here is our 2023 lawn care maintenance rig. All right, so as you can tell, this is a retired Snap-on Tools truck, and of course we removed all the logos, but it's a 2014 Freightliner, and it's an MT55, and it's powered by a pretty unique engine. So you can't see it too well. Let me get you a light. So that is a 6.7 Cummins turbo diesel, and it is mated up with an Allison transmission. And as you can see here, this is where the AC leak is. So there solves that problem. But anyways, so there's the engine. Of course, like I said, Allison transmission. It's a pretty big truck. Y'all take a look at this. So it's, I mean, that's a massive rig, and that's a really large setup for doing lawn care. Now let me put this hood down. There are, oh yeah, y'all getting a great look at my dump trailer and my pile of debris in the yard. I'm sure my neighbors love me with all the junk and trash. There you go. Here's your proper look at the truck. Now, of course, you know, there's camera angles and whatnot, but behind this I have my Tundra with a 25-foot or 20-foot equipment trailer and our John Deere tractor. So, I mean, this thing completely blocks the view of that. This is a large truck. Now it's got a 16-foot box. So from here back 16 feet, which is average for a lawn care setup. But this beauty right here, this is why I wanted it. So it has a 1,600-pound capacity hydraulic lift gate. And let me tell you, 1,600 pounds is way underrated. I have seen these things move some incredibly massive toolboxes. But it's all hydraulic, electric over hydraulic. You've got a little remote that plugs in down here, and you can set it in this little cubby here, and you can operate your liftgate. So that takes the back braking side of dropping a gate and picking it up, you know, 15, 20, 30 times a day completely out of the equation, which is huge, because one of the things I wanted to accomplish with this was sending my wife out to do our maintenance route. She does a fantastic job. She's great with customer service, and I mean, she knows what she's doing, so I wanted to be able to send her out and not necessarily have me there, because there are times when I have other things I need to get done aside from just being on the job cutting grass. If any of you are watching this and you're in the lawn care business, you probably know, and if you don't, here's a piece of advice for you. The margin is so thin on mowing grass. It is almost impossible to make money. If you're just mowing grass alone, you may replace your income, and you may make a good living in it. I'm not knocking it. But if you want to build a large-scale business, it's going to be extremely difficult, almost impossible to do it just mowing grass. And with as much competition as out there, I'm going to lean more towards impossible. You can see any post on Facebook, somebody asks, you know, hey, do you have any recommendations for someone to cut our grass? And they'll have 175 comments with different companies. And I live in a small town, and it's insane. But anyways, so this is our maintenance rig. This is our bread and butter. This is what's been going out for the past couple of weeks, mowing our lawns. You know, of course, my wife and sometimes a helper. But let's get inside. Let's take a look at the inside and see what you think. So the door just slides open, and we take that step of consent. Mechanics out there watching this will laugh at that moment. So we're going to go over to our control panel, and they said let there be light. So while we're here, let's start here. We got a battery display. That is our auxiliary battery, and that is our engine battery, so we can monitor our voltage. We've got our main overhead lights that turns these on and these up there. Then we've got shelf lights. Those are all disconnected. We've got more shelf lights, computer monitor, cooling fans. So we've got cooling fans there. I don't know what PRV is. I got to call my buddy. Our AC main switch, our battery charger, our outlets. Of course, there's power outlets everywhere. Block heater, a couple spares. Thing's got a radio. Radio stays on 24/7, so we keep the faceplate off of it. So we've got a access panel down here, a doghouse for the back side of the engine. Heat, AC. Of course, the AC doesn't work because of the leak you seen up front. It's an automatic Freightliner. There's a backup camera, doesn't work. I got to replace the camera. But over here we've got first aid kit, fire extinguisher, all that good stuff. I mean, it's a pretty standard setup. There is a jump seat over here for a passenger. So yeah, I mean, it's a pretty standard deal, box truck. Let's step into the back where all the money making equipment is. So here, let's see, let's figure out how to work this camera. So up here above the door, this is, let's do this. There's our trimmer line. We keep it above our head just because that was a nice place to put it. Over here we've got our hand tools. These are the $9 Home Depot hand tool racks. This whole thing is lined with carpet and wood paneling, so we just screwed it right into the wall. We keep some mower fuel down here, cooler. This is our 800C blower with the green touch rack, and this is our second one. Again, this is set up for 2 people to run on this truck. And if you've watched our other video, you've seen all of this equipment. All of this equipment it's the same stuff. We don't have anything new other than the truck and the way it's laid out. So let's go here to our little cashier area. So this is the it's like the counter, or the not the counter. Well, the tool truck guy keeps his computer here. He usually has a cash register down here. He can process cards up here, hence the outlets and whatnot. But so this came with the truck. So we're going to utilize it. Don't know what we're going to put here right now. My wife's got some fruit gummies. I don't even want to ask questions about what this is. Of course, a hat and some towels, wipe your face off. Moving over here, we've got a couple of things strapped up against the wall. Trash can, trimmer fuel, and then we have a drawer down here that has spare parts, belts, blades, things like that in it. There's our W36M and our Z720E. Now, I showed both of these mowers on the other video, and I explained that we run mulching blades on both of our mowers. The W36M has actually got a full mulching kit on it with the John Deere block-off plate. If you've ever run one of these, for a beginner, they are a pain in the butt to learn to run and get proficient with. I did not want to focus on having to open and close a chute down here. I did not want the liability of flinging rocks out, so we just went mulching blades and a mulching kit and let it ride. The 720E, I run mulching blades but no mulching kit, and the reason I do that is because we're not necessarily mulching everything up. Because we have the advanced chute cover over here, I can open it up and we can still get a good distance on our clippings coming out. So that's just a temporary thing, or not temporary, but it's only used part of the time. Let's see. I can throw clippings almost 2 full widths of the deck when that chute is open, so the mulching blades don't hinder that at all. If you look behind 36M, we've got cones and a fire extinguisher back there, just for easy access for the rear, just in case anything happens. And over here on the wall, we've got our Green Touch trimmer rack. We keep our primarily used trimmers up top, and then our stick edger. This is a curved shaft edger. You know what, the FC70, it works great, but it is a pain in the butt to get in and out of this rack on this truck. So we're going to upgrade and go to a straight shaft, a true commercial unit, but we just haven't done it yet. Let's see. So we got the FC70 down here. Like I say, runs great. We're on season 2 with it. No complaints. The FS91R, fantastic trimmer. I absolutely love it. I switched from this and went to the, oh, I'm going to butcher this number. It's a KM131. It's the big 131R combi tool, and that thing is monstrously heavy, but it has a ton of power. This thing is a nice mid-range. It's got nice power. It's okay on the weight. It's not too heavy, but that was my first trimmer that I bought for the business, and it's doing great. Now this little guy, this is the FS94R. This is the newest trimmer that we've got, and it is stupid lightweight. I don't know what the specs are on it, but it is ridiculous how lightweight it is. Now, of course, it's got the little thumb control up here to control your throttle, but your standard trigger here, that's just like a, you won't be able to run it full throttle if you dial this down. So of course, keep that all the way open, full throttle. This thing, it may be lacking on the power when you're cutting down some big thick stuff, but it is so lightweight and it is so nice. You can see which one's being used more. So my wife definitely loves the 94R, I believe. Down here on the floor, we have a hedge trimmer that doesn't exactly fit in the rack. I don't even know the model number on this thing. Let's see if we can find it. the HL91K. So that was my first hedge trimmer, and I loved it. I made a lot of money with it. But it just it needed to be upgraded, and that's when we went to the combi tool. Keep a little mixed oil down in the corner. We fastened these E-Trax racks down just to get them out of the way. But so that's pretty much it. So I've got some power lockers ordered for the mowers. We're going to get those installed soon whenever they come in. But that's pretty much it. So this is our new setup, and you know, it's not the greatest thing in the world. It's not the nicest, but it keeps my equipment out of the rain. It keeps my employees out of the rain, at least for when they're not working. It's relatively decent on fuel. It's a Cummins diesel. I'm familiar with it, know how to work on them. Allison transmission, no real problems there. It's been meticulously taken care of mechanically, so I can't complain a bit. I'm going to turn these lights off, walk outside, and we're going to continue this. And just like that, it gets ridiculous dark. But the big thing, what this has allowed me to do is I can now run my truck and trailer setup like this. So now while my wife is out with our helper running a maintenance route, I can go out and bush hog. This is all set up, as you may have seen in the other the other videos. I've got a trimmer rack up front, I've got a blower rack on the side, and I've got my tractor and bush hog. So with running a bush hog, I have averaged somewhere around $200 an hour. Not throwing away any numbers or anything, but I can average $200 an hour bush hogging. It's really hard for us to do that in our market mowing regular grass, but you don't get as much bush hog work. So it's a way to build the business and get some more work. As you can see, we'll take a look at the back of my truck. It's a mess. There's stuff everywhere. I've been doing bush trimming, bush hogging, overseeding, grade work, you name it. I've been doing it last week, and while one truck's out there mowing, I'm doing the other stuff, and it has worked out fabulously. So there's your 2023 lawn care maintenance rig, box truck, tool truck setup. Yeah, that's the setup. So that's 2023 for us. We completely transitioned from a trailer setup to a box truck, and probably next week I'm going to get a chance to be on the truck with my wife. It'll be the first time in that truck that we get to work together, but we got rained out 2 days this week, so I'm sure she's going to need my help. So see, let's turn around this way, that way you can see me. But I know she's going to need help, so we're going to have to make that happen. But it'll be fun. We'll see how it goes. Maybe I'll film some for you guys. But that's it. Hope you enjoyed the tour. If you got comments, leave them down in the comment section. If you like the video, or you like the truck, or anything about the video you liked whatsoever, give us a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Also, if the audio video is working better for you now than it was in previous videos, give me a thumbs up or drop a comment down there and let me know. This was not a cheap or easy transition to make for the video process, but I got to do something to make it easier on myself so I can get more content out. And this was just one thing that I could come up with. So yeah, hope y'all liked it, and y'all keep doing your thing, follow your dreams, and make that money. Charlie, see y'all.